ومساجد يذكر فيها اسم الله كثيرا ولينصرن الله من ينصره إن الله لقوي عزيز.
صدق الله العظيم. Thank you. Thank you for this beautiful recitation. Abdurrahman, I would like to now ask you to stand, if possible, and observe a 1-minute silence in remembrance of our fallen martyrs in Gaza and all over Palestine. Thank you very much. Please be seated. It is with great pride and determination that we gather here today to mark the launch of the Scottish branch of the Palestinian Forum in Britain. Today, we reaffirm our commitment to the Palestinian cause and our unwavering support for the people of Gaza. Gaza stands as a symbol of resilience and resistance in the face of unimaginable adversity. It is a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of our oppression and occupation. And it's our duty and our obligation to stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Gaza, to amplify their voices and to work tirelessly towards justice and freedom for all Palestinians. As we gather here today, we also uphold the fundamental principles of the Palestinian Forum in Britain, rooted deeply in the history and identity of the Palestinian people. We recognize that historical Palestine is an Arab Islamic land and a truth ingrained in the hearts of Palestinians and acknowledged by the world. Furthermore, we affirm that the Palestinian people, both in Palestine and in refuge, constitute an indivisible demographic unit. Our Palestinian brothers and sisters in Britain are not separate from our community. They are an integral part of the Palestinian people, as well as the broader Arab and Islamic community. Central to our mission is the belief that Palestinian people are key to peace in the Middle East region. It's imperative that they are restored to full national rights and compensated for their enduring suffering. Only through justice and recognition of their rights can there be true peace and stability achieved in the Middle East. In our pursuit of these goals, we emphasize the importance of cooperation with all organizations, institutions, and groups that support the national rights of the Palestinian people. We've got some of our guests from some of the coalition partners in today, and we'll give them a chance to speak as well. The establishment in Scotland is a testament to our unwavering dedication to these principles. For years, our members here in Scotland have been actively engaging in various activities and campaigns, and now we formalize our presence to further champion the rights of Palestinians and uphold their dignity. Let me be clear. The Palestinian Forum in Britain is not a substitute for any other organization, but rather we see ourselves as complementing the work of all those who serve Palestine in Scotland. Our doors are open to all who share our vision of justice and equality, and together we stand united against the forces of occupation, oppression, and apartheid. Furthermore, the PFP is not only concerned with political advocacy. We also prioritize the social and cultural well-being of our communities. We understand the importance of nurturing our families and preserving our cultural heritage for future generations. Through our programs and initiatives, we strive to create a supportive and nurturing environment that empowers our youth and strengthens our community bonds. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that our struggle is not just for today, but for the generations to come. Let us work tirelessly to build a future where every Palestinian can live in dignity and freedom, where justice reigns supreme, and where Gaza is not just a symbol, but a thriving community. Thank you for your support, and let's continue our journey towards justice, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder. Thank you. Please accept that as the opening ceremony statement for the PFB's launch. And I would like to welcome now the Vice President of PFB National to the stage for a quick speech about what we do. Adnan Hamdan, please come to the stage.
Thank you very much. But we like your engagement. It is not like culture or seminar. Yeah. Together. Free, free.
Palestine!
Free, free.
Palestine!
Free, free.
Palestine!
Free, free.
Palestine!
Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Today we come together with pride and hope to celebrate the birth of the Palestinian Forum in Scotland. This moment signals many things. This moment signals for us the fresh start in our journey together. A journey focused on understanding freedom for Palestine and supporting our friends in Gaza. As we live through difficult times for our people in Gaza, our mothers in Gaza, our sisters, our brothers, our kids in Gaza. It's important that we do everything we can to help them. And that requires everyone to work together for justice. The Palestinian Forum isn't just a group, it is a connection, a link joining cultures, arts, and dreams. And our mission is a very, very simple. 2 words: unity and solidarity. Unity and solidarity. As we launch the Scottish branch of the Palestinian Forum, we invite all Palestinian, Arab, Muslim, non-Muslim, Scottish friends to join us. Let's stand together, side by side, backing justice, peace, and the freedom for Palestine. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adnan. Now with Dr. Samir and the Muntada Chorale for a short singing song about Palestine. So we'll welcome the kids group on the stage now.
Oh,
Yeah.
check hands with them.
Okay, let's give them a big round of applause for the work of the Quran.
كلنا
Well done, well done, well done. Well done, well done.
What a great performance by the children's group called the Muntada. Thank you very much for that. We are going to move on to some of the speeches of the day. Some of our guests here. We've got Edinburgh Stop the War Coalition represented by Mr. Duncan Smith, who's going to come and say a few words about the work that they do. So Mr. Duncan, please welcome to the stage.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a great honor to be invited to this meeting and this launch of the Palestinian Forum in Scotland. As speakers have said already, we want the widest possible movement in support of Gaza, in support of Palestinian freedom, and Stop the War is really pleased to be here right now. I don't know if you know, but Stop the War campaign is a national campaign throughout the UK. Started off in 2001 to oppose the invasion of Afghanistan and the invasion of Iraq. And since then, we've opposed the many attacks on the Middle East from the British government and the American government and their allies. We can think of many. We can think of the attacks in Syria, the attacks on Libya, as well as the continuing war of Afghanistan, which went on for 20 years. And eventually, the forces of America were forced to retreat after 20 years of carnage in Afghanistan. So we that kind of campaign. We try and link with the labour movement in Britain, especially trade unions, and any organisation like CND who has similar aims. In Edinburgh, we're a branch of the national organisation, and we have been supporting the demos in Edinburgh and the rallies in Edinburgh that many groups have put together. Especially recently, it was heartening to see 2 student encampments set up in Edinburgh. This is now a worldwide movement of students in universities throughout the world supporting Gaza. And the movement is international, as we know. You know, for a long time in the UK, supporters of Israel were able to get away with the fiction that they were some sort of democratic state in the Middle East. But their horrible war on Gaza has destroyed that fiction. It has destroyed that lie. And we now see revealed the true nature of Zionism and the colonial project in Palestine. We have to fight that. We will fight that. We need to organize together. As I say, I'm very pleased to be here today to say a few words. Stop the War Coalition will fight with other people and yourselves until we get Palestinian freedom. And it's not just for the Palestinians. Through this fight, we're liberating ourselves from, in the UK and other countries, a legacy of colonialism and empire building, which only ends in disaster and needs to be supported through terror. We need to put an end to that terror, an end to imperialism and the colonial project, which Israel actually is. Thank you very much for the invitation. And this is a great meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Duncan. We look forward to working with you. We now have Margaret speaking on behalf of the Freedom Hotel Coalition, Ustul al-Harriya, so please welcome her to the stage.
I've worked for Palestine, 21 years. We've been part of Glasgow Palestine Human Rights Campaign every Saturday for 21 years. Eventually I had the chance to join the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, which was indeed a fantastic honour for myself and other 400 participants on it. We had 3 cargo ships full of 5,500 tonnes of aid, medical equipment, medicines, limbs for people who needed, prosthetic limbs. We had fire engines on board, we had ambulances on board, we had doctors on board, psychiatrists, physios. Right, everything was going ahead until suddenly, the day before, Israel, America, Germany and the UK decided to turn up in Istanbul to put pressure on Turkey not to let us sail. Turkey refused. Next thing we knew, the flag was taken off the 2 ships. So we were not allowed to sail. This is a dirty tricks that we're up against by apartheid Israel. Right, they're never going to win though. It's people power, we're all grassroots. If all of us people, grassroots, get together, say, no, we're not giving up, we're going to continue doing it. And that's what the Freedom Flotilla is doing. We are sailing next month 100%. We think we've more or less got the flags, so this 5,500 tonnes of aid will get to Gaza without a doubt. So please remember, people aren't alone, it's grassroots, we're all working together, every single one of us. 35 different countries were on this flotilla. Thousands of us all working together, just ordinary people like me, like all of you guys, just ordinary people. We can make a difference and we are going to make a difference. So, and again, thank you so much for inviting us here. It means such a lot to us. And that's all I can say, but please, we'd love to continue working with you all, and it is indeed an honour. So please keep an eye on the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, because it definitely will be sailing. We're pretty sure we're going to be attacked by the Israeli forces, but they're never going to stop us. At the end of the day, they'll never stop us. We'll win. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Margaret. We also have our friends from the Scottish Palestine Solidarity Campaign. We have Sophia speaking on behalf of them. Please welcome her to the stage.
Thank you very much. My name is Sophia MacLeod from the Scottish Palestine Solidarity Campaign. Thank you for inviting us. Very much welcome your establishment as a branch in Scotland and your message of and call for unity and solidarity. This we've seen for over 75 years, for much longer. Israel has pushed to continue their program of ethnic cleansing of Palestinians, and they're hoping to complete that in the next while. And they have the support of our governments here. Certainly not all of the world, as we know, but certainly in the UK, in the US, they are core supporters of the State of Israel and of the Zionist project. In terms of what we do in the Scottish Palestine Solidarity Campaign, we act in solidarity with the whole of the Palestinian people, wherever they are, and all sections of the Palestinian people inside the occupied territories, inside 48, and also the diaspora. Our solidarity is not possible except for the resistance of the Palestinian people. So that is our compass, our point of reference is the resistance on the ground in Palestine, and that's really important, but also everywhere else in terms of culture, in terms of the traditions and story and music of Palestine. That is all part of the resistance, and we recognise that. In terms of what we do, because of the complicity of our governments, SPSC works to challenge that complicity, because without it, Israel could not continue. So that is the core of our work, to challenge that, whether that is through our governments, our institutions, charity status for organizations like the JNF, companies, corporations. It is where we can find them, to be strategic, which is really important, to be targeted in order to challenge Israel and the support and complicity for Israel here, right here in Scotland, and they exist everywhere. So that is what we do. So thank you very much. I think it is really important for us to work together. This is a critical time. It's not like it's been before, as we all know. It's a critical time for us. The State of Israel, the Zionist Project, see it as a critical time for them. You know, they're looking, we know very much, to try and complete that ethnic cleansing project, but it is for us as well. There's no turning back for Israel. And I don't know whether you tracked, I don't know if you have any interest, I don't personally, but the Eurovision Song Contest was last night. I don't know if you tracked any of that. It was a shambles, a complete shambles, and all because of the State of Israel was allowed to participate in that, despite Russia getting kicked off, despite the politics of it. So yeah, I think it's a critical time for us. I hope we can sit down together between our organisations and work out how we can work together. I think we're working together already in the Gaza Genocide Emergency Committee, but let's see what else we can do, because it's so important that we do what we can now in order to organise. Our opposition are organised. That is the critical difference. Let us be as organised. It doesn't mean we have to do the same as them, because we have different strengths, because we have people. The grassroots people are with Palestine and with Palestinians. So what can we do in order to challenge that opposition, in order to channel that opposition and challenge the complicity here at home, so that we isolate and boycott the State of Israel? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sophia. So to mark the launch of this branch in Scotland, a beautiful idea was developed by some of our members of the youth division, which is to, as if you can see in the slideshow in the back, our youth team have started a trek and finished on top of Arthur's Seat, and they will finish this trek by planting the Palestine flag as a symbol of establishment for the branch here in Scotland. So please congratulate them. So, thank you very much. So welcome these guys back. Hopefully a little bit tired, but we'll see them at the end of this event. You can see most of them are part of the youth division. So we'll keep that live in the background for people that want to keep up. In the meantime, we have Dr. Bashir, who is going to be our speaker. Oh, sorry, we managed to get some sound. I think we're having a little bit of logistical issues with the sound. The intention was for them to do a speech from up there, but I think we can make a move on from now. Okay. Dr. Bashir, we would like to welcome him on behalf of the PFP to speak about the Nekbة and the role of the Palestinian community in Scotland. Dr. Bashir.
Can you hear me? Could I ask everybody to stand up and bow your head down just for 1 minute? Let's really remember those who have fallen in Gaza in the past 7 months. Can we start at that how just to try and have a little start there. Thank you very much. Could I just start by saying that in the month of May, the many months of May, there are many days that we have to celebrate. I'll just remind you of a documentary which was aired by the BBC about 10 years ago, about how the state of Israel was started. And there was actually an employee of the mandate government in Palestine. And he said on the 14th of May, 1948, I went to work. And on the building where my office is, it did say the government of Palestine. I went inside, I worked, and then went home. And the following day, I went to work, and instead of going to Palestine, the son of the building said government of Israel. Just as simple as that. Just changing the name, changing the sign on the building, and Israel was born. Palestine was no more, Israel was born. And that actually happened exactly 76 years ago from Tuesday. A long time. Unfortunately, what has been a historical mistake is still continuing. And that's really just because the Western powers want Israel to continue as a military and strategic base for them. Not they care much about the rights of any minority, be it ethnic or religious. It's purely just a base for imperialistic powers. I'll also remind you of something else. Over 170 journalists have died in Gaza in the last 7 months. However, let us remember an American journalist who died 2 years ago, an American Palestinian journalist, Shireen. She died in the 11th of May. And yet, it didn't make much difference. And Israel managed to exonerate itself away from that matter. I'll remind you of something that I personally have been part of although from a distance. On the 28th of May, 1964, in the city of Jerusalem, I was a high school student at the time. There was the first ever Palestinian Council, and that was chaired by a man whose history is now forgotten. But nonetheless, it was a national constitution which was announced in 1964, 28th of May. And that constitution really gave rights for everybody, regardless of religion, ethnicity, background, or whatever, who lives in Palestine legally to belong to that country. Nothing wrong with that. It's totally democratic. This is totally giving you your birthright to live in your country. But no, it's not good enough. Why? Because the Israeli project, the Zionist project, says unless you belong to a certain religion, then you have no rights at all. Unfortunately, for the Western democracies, so-called democracies, that doesn't mean much to them. Okay, so Israel wants to be a country for just one religion, let it be. Why? Because that suits them. That doesn't suit the rest of the world. That doesn't suit people who are Christians or Muslims or Buddhists or whatever religion they follow. And yet Israel has been getting away with that for so long. When it comes to Palestine and Israel, the Zionist movement, etc., what matters really is not whether you were born in Jerusalem or in Palestine. What matters is if you believe what is right and what is wrong. What's been going on in Palestine for over a century now is totally wrong. W-R-O-N-G, wrong. There's nothing else for it. And we have to really sort of do our best to make sure that does not continue. 76 years is a very long time. 17 years of Gaza being under siege is a very long time. 7 months and 35,000 people killed, most of them women and children, is just beyond belief, beyond imagination. 78,000 injured, again, is horrific. And yet, there is a country, a state that's supported blindly by the US and the UK, unfortunately, to carry on doing all the atrocities that are being done. We should really stand up to this. We know that in Vietnam, what held the flag was people's power. The same was in Rhodesia, the same was in South Africa, and the same is happening now. In the universities across the rest of America, Europe, and this country, the young people are saying no more, but not me. Enough is enough. And I think this is a message that really our governments need to listen to. Because at the end of the day, what brought these governments to really be in charge of these countries is our vote. And let's make no mistake, we can use our vote. We can actually tell the politicians, no, we're not going to vote for you if you're actually supporting apartheid, if you're supporting ethnic cleansing, if you're supporting house demolition. We will not support you, we don't agree with that. That's against everything that we believe in. Brothers and sisters, friends and comrades, the Palestinian Forum is an excellent umbrella under which we all can participate. A forum means that we can, each one of us, bring something to it. New ideas, new projects, new initiatives. The idea really is that we want freedom, we want justice, and we need really to try and find the best way to achieve it. So if you come from Stop the War coalition, fine. If you come from supporting Palestine, from the Protella, absolutely great. If you come from a religious background, fantastic. We all agree on one thing. Without justice, there will be no freedom. We live in a country whereby we can actually express our disgust at the things that we don't agree with. Let us use our vote, let us use our voice. And it's very, very important really for us to continue to raise our voices, simply because the bloodbath has not actually finished in Palestine. Simply because the killing is still continuing. 7 months on, and they're still continuing their bombardments using American weapons, using one-ton bombs. Something is totally wrong there. And really, we should make sure that everybody hears the message. And let us remember that what we do here is really the smallest amount of effort compared to those who are living under the horrific bombardment, the horrific siege, whereby the deprived of the surface rights, clean water, medicine, education. It's beyond belief. I mean, I'm not going to continue sort of talking about figures, I'm sure we all know, but let us remember that 50% of the people in Gaza are really under the age of 25. More than that. So there is actually a silver lining there. Because that means that in Gaza, the young people will actually be the future of Gaza. So it's very heartening for us to see all young people go to other cities and put in a Palestinian flag there. It's very heartening to see so many young people here, because that's the next generation. This is the generation who are going to say, not in my name, and I will not agree to this, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that justice is done. Brothers, my freedom is not complete without the freedom of Palestine, nor yours. My ethics are not actually being held up high if I agree to what's going on in Palestine, nor yours. I will not agree at all to one human life being lost for no good reason. And yet we see tens of thousands of human lives being lost in Palestine. And people should not be allowed to play away. People should be told, no, we should do something. We should stand up for what we believe in. We should stand up for what we like. Thank you very much. And I hope that the Palestinian Forum continues and prospers. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bashir. Trying to regain connection back with our hikers in Arthur C. Are we able to go live?
Can you hear us? Okay, your camera is off. Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
So Tom, everyone there, mission completed. We carried on the sea for Palestine. This is one of the efforts we are trying to organize later, and it's going to be a bigger effort. And the reason we did this is one of the aim or one of the objectives for the fund is trying to bring attention for the youth and do activities for them, organize activities to link them to their motherland, which is the Ireland. As you can see, everyone here happy, everyone we have here one of the youth would like to speak to the people I don't have to see to stand up with the people of today. We want to stop their suffering. Keep protesting, keep boycotting, and keep posting on social media. Keep on
Okay, great. Okay, thank you very much to the hikers. Please give them a round of applause. You can see the innovation demonstrated. We've had some technical difficulties, so we've overcome those. For now, I would like to welcome our member, Sarah to talk about the importance of, it's a difficult one to translate, Sarah, and keeping the kind of conflict or not conflict, keeping this justifiable cause alive in our households and amongst our families and children. So please join me in welcoming Sarah to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I know it's so hot, we're all cramped inside one room, but who could plan, for the Scottish weather? It could be warm, it could be raining, it could be thunder, snow, but it is so nice to see everyone here today. It feels like a very, very special day to launch the Palestinian Forum in Britain, in Scotland. I think this is an initiative that we really need here in Scotland. The part that I will be speaking about is how we can involve our families and our children with the issue of Palestine, this issue that should be a core issue to every single family in Scotland. Muslim, non-Muslim, Palestinian, not Palestinian. It should be a core issue within our families. Now, if we think that for the past 100 years, Palestine has been under occupation, Al-Aqsa Mosque has been under occupation, and we think, well, what have we done to liberate and conquer this place? Whatever we have done is surely not enough, because we're in 2024, and the issue, Palestine is under occupation. Al-Aqsa Mosque is under occupation. Muslims have to get the permission of Israeli soldiers, the Israeli occupation, to get in and pray inside one of the holiest mosques in Islam. So we're not anywhere near or anywhere nearer to where we should be. Now, a lot of people speak about the Nakba, and it is the 15th of May is coming up as the anniversary or to commemorate the Nakba. We think about the day when the land of Palestine was lost, or when the land of Palestine became under occupation. And we forget that for the past 100 years, our mind has been under occupation. We can't think for ourselves. We're waiting for somebody to give us solutions, to think for us, to provide these things for us today. And hence we've moved absolutely nowhere. The day has come today where people have started to think outside the box. If we look at our own student encampment within Edinburgh, what they are doing is amazing. Nobody has expected them to do it, yet it feels like a revolution yet again, and this is what we need today. So to focus not about the students, because they are doing amazing, everybody within their role, whatever your professional is, whatever your work is, there is room for you to be doing something. So today the focus is what can we do in our families, in our homes, where we can start the steps of liberation from our own homes. It can't all be from outside, it always has to start from within, from oneself, from one family, moving on to the community. So instead of making this theoretical, we want to just kind of give you a few steps, practical steps that you can do in your home that will make you, your children, your family connected more to Palestine in a strategic way. One of the first things that we could do in our homes and with our children, with our families, is raising awareness, knowledge, understanding why is the issue of Palestine important to me today in Scotland? We're so far away from Palestine. I'm Muslim, I could be non-Muslim, I could be Palestinian, not Palestinian. That's something that we could all start with today. Education. Education within our home. That the issues when it comes to justice and humanity, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, that should concern you. So for us here, as Scots, as Palestinian, as whatever our label is, this issue will concern us. Because there are humans somewhere in the world that are living under occupation and oppression for 100 years. And it is our role as humans to stand up with the rest of humanity for those brothers and sisters. With our children, how can we make this closer to home? You know, with our children, it is easy. It's easier to speak to our children than our politicians. They're convinced easily, right? If you tell them if somebody hurts you, oh, imagine if you did that to someone else. So if we use that analogy with the children, automatically our children are going on protests. They're speaking about Palestine. My youngest daughter, she does not care that her head teacher does not want to speak about Palestine. She'll have her badge because she knows that she is speaking for the truth and for justice. She does not fear anyone. We might fear people as adults, but they don't. So let them pave the way for us. So that first point about education and building awareness.
within our homes, reading stories. I know for many Muslims, Palestine is such a holy city, such a holy place in our faith, starting with stories of the prophets. These prophets that are connected to Palestine and Beit al-Maqdis, their stories and their connection with this blessed region. Even during Christmas, speaking about Jesus, peace be upon him, and how he was Palestinian. He was from Palestine, born in Bethlehem. You know, this is an amazing opportunity, even in our own classrooms, to use that time to speak about Palestine. So this is building awareness. Number two, within our homes. Number two, to watch the news and of course, age appropriate for the kids. Two of my children do not want to see anything that is coming out of Gaza, and I don't blame them. I some days can't even comprehend the videos that I watch. So for them, even talking about just what is going on and what our role is, and with the children, empowering them with something positive. Let's do a bake sale, raise money for Gaza, something that they are able to feel, I'm not useless, I'm able to do something. On Eid, all the kids in our family, we sent all of the money that we had for Eid, we call it Eidiyah. We sent it to Gaza, and somebody from Gaza made a film, just a video to show them that this money was paid for people to get water within one of the cities in Gaza. And the kids, when they saw it, they started crying. My money, I could have bought chocolate, I could have bought a toy with it, but actually I can see where my money has went. So all these practical things that we could do with our children, empowering them to also lead us to actively work for Palestine. And the final point, because I think the kids are getting ready, the final point that I would like to say is to make this a priority for you every single day. Whether you remember Palestine in a prayer, and there is a prayer that as Muslims we always make every single day. We say, "Oh Allah, bless us with a prayer in Al-Aqsa Mosque when it is liberated. Allahumma arzuqna salatan fil masjid al-Aqsa wa huwa hurrun aziz." Oh Allah, protect the people in Gaza. Allahumma ahfaz ahlana fi Gaza. However you want to remember the people in Palestine, remember them every day, whether it's by carrying the flag with you, carrying a symbol of Palestine with you, talking about it. The main thing, how to make this a priority for us in our homes. It has to be something that we speak about around the dinner table, when we're getting ready for school. How are we, you mentioned this today to the head teacher or to the teacher. Let's make this our priority within our homes, and let us show the children that no matter who we are, no matter where we are, we will always stand by the right side of history, and we will always stand with those who are oppressed. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sarah. And free. Based on the audience request, the Chorale team will be performing a song again, because it seems to have been a very big hit the first time. So please join me in welcome them into the stage.
Free. Yeah.
Free.
Palestine.
Free.
Palestine.
People are blocking their entrances, is maybe why.
Palestine will be free from the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terror state.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terror state.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Another chair. Need the seat for her. Yeah.
الجلال والجمال والسماء والبهاء في وباء والحياة والنجاة والهناء والرجاء في هواء الأراء سالما معنا مقاما مقاوما سالما معنا مكرما الأراء في علاك تبلغ السمك موطني الشباب لن يكل همه أن يستقل أو يبيد نستقي من الردى ولن نكون للعدا كالعبيد لا نريد ذلها المخفدة وعيشنا المنكدة لا نريد بل نعيد مجدنا تلي موطني الجلال والجمال والسلام والبهاء في رضاه والحياة والنجاة والهناء والرجاء في هواه الأراء سالما معنا وغانما مكرما سالما معنا وغانما مكرما الأراء في علاك تبلغ السمع موطني الشمال لن يكل همه أن يستقل أو يبيد نستقي من الردى ولن نكون للعدا كالعبيد لا نريد ذلنا المؤبدة وعيشنا المنكدة لا نريد بل نعيد مسجنا تلي موطني
ما شاء الله عليك. شكرا.
wake up. You know wake up, صح؟
We'll have another performance by Young Voices for Palestine, so please welcome them again to the stage.
يلا يلا go ahead.
Wake up, it's a long night, darling. Wake up, it's the brightest sky. No love, it's a dark night, dark. Hold on to me for dear life. Wake up, where do we go? Wake up, it's all just a matter of time. Wake up, don't you listen to the people. Wake up from the mountain of the line. Don't you've been a part through every sequel. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, call your mother. Wake up, thunder rain from the sky. Oh, love, we're digging deeper in the rubble. Hold on to my voice outside. Wake up, we just lost another family. Wake up, cause we need the world to see. No, they will never understand us. Too bad, we're just bodies on the screen. Wake up, they don't care about the people. Wake up, they don't care about you too. Hold on if you're walking with the people. Hold on, cause they're coming for you. Wake up, little boy, they don't want you. Wake up, you might take them their plan. Run, before they come and find you. Go till you're taught to fight.
اي ضيوف يحب اكيد كذا نحاول بس نخلص ضروري يعني معظم العادات هل في كبارك اسئله معينه ولا نرفع
Oh, when those bombs fell on Palestine streets, they bid like farewell, 'cause they were deceived. The whole world is watching whilst they all disappear. They face injustice, but God is near. فلسطين يا فلسطين بلاد العز والكرم. فلسطين يا فلسطين جروحك بكى الحجر. صرخات طفل بريء يسمعها رب البشر. من صواريخ السماء تنزل مثل المطر. يا فلسطيني نصر قريب. يا فلسطين وأداء الأقصى في الجنة احياء. القدس ستبقى لفلسطين. Oh, could you hear us? Our souls cry freedom. Why do we need a reason to live in peace? Why do they shoot us? Are we not human? So the land into dust. Oh, can't you see? فلسطين يا فلسطين ستعودي أرض السلام. فلسطين يا فلسطين سيزول عنك الظلام. صرخات طفل بريء يسمعها رب البشر. من صواريخ السماء تنزل مثل المطر. يا فلسطيني نصر قريب. يا فلسطين وأداء الأقصى في الجنة احياء. القدس ستبقى لفلسطين. Destroy our homes and they take our children away. Only God knows the pain that we feel behind the bombs and the tanks and the sound. Dark lanes, therein lies a Palestine that is free.
One last performance.
In a land of the olive tree, children play and they dream to be free in their own home. When the tanks come rolling in and the fear swells just know you're not alone. Around the world, our hearts beat as one, and we believe that peace will come. Lord, won't you cry? You're never on your own. Palestine, you're not alone. When the fire falls from the sky, and you ask 'cause you wonder why you've lost all that you've known. God's justice will be done, 'cause we believe in your freedom. Just know you're not alone. All around the world, our hearts beat as one, and we believe that peace will come. Lord, don't you cry, you're never on your own. Palestine, you're not alone. Inshallah, peace will come. Around the world, our hearts beat one, and we believe that peace will come. No, don't you cry, you're never on your own. Palestine, you're not alone. Palestine, you're not alone.
Thank you very much. A lot of wonderful performances. Okay, so we're going to pass you on to Afnan, a member of our committee, to just discuss some of the activities that we have ongoing in some of the other branches that we're looking to implement in Scotland. So I'll pass you over to Afnan. Please give her a round of applause.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, and hello to you. The setup in the hall is a bit of a squat asleep. So we've got the PowerPoint presentation at the back, so if you'd like to just turn your chairs so you can see the presentation at the back, inshallah. Okay, so this presentation is going to be talking about the activities that are being run by the Muntada around Britain and the ones that we are going to be implementing and establishing here in the Scotland branch, inshallah.